Good morning, church. I hope you're doing well. This is Pastor Mike. I wanted to know what you're watching today. And I don't mean what TV show, and I don't mean things like that, but what you're watching in our world, in the systems and the ways that our world is set up. I was talking with some friends recently, and we kind of came to that point that we can look at the world, we can look at the injustice, the iniquity, the imbalances that exist in our world, and we can begin to despair. We can say we don't really have much control over so many of these things that govern our lives. We can begin to feel powerless in the face of them. And it's not that we're wrong to say that we don't have a ton of control over a lot of things in our world, but we need to always remember what we do have control of. And that's where we place our faith and where we let our foundation reside in our lives. Because if we look at the systems of this world, they have changed in the past, they will change again. We're seeing so many of them in a state of flux and transition right now. They're changing as we speak. And if we place all of our hope in those, if we place our foundation and our trust in these things that shift with time like sands on the beach, then we will always be unsure and unsteady. But instead, we can put our faith in God. Jesus, talking to his disciples, says in John chapter 10, he says, I give them eternal life, and they shall never perish. Listen to this part. He says, no one will snatch them out of my hand. My Father who has given them to me is greater than all. No one can snatch them out of my Father's hand. I and the Father are one. God holds you in his hand, even in the middle of concerning and confusing times, in the middle of fears, sickness, hardship, death, the loss of jobs, whatever it might be. God's presence is with us, and we are not just known by God, we are not just seen by God, we are held by God. And he says, nothing can take you from my hands. So I pray that that'll be a comfort for you today. Whatever you're watching, let yourself find God in the midst of it and realize that even as the sands of our world shift and change, even as the things that we thought would be so secure begin to crumble around us, the hands of God do not crumble. They do not falter. They do not fall or fail. They are always secure and eternal, and they are always holding on to you. So until tomorrow, I pray that you're blessed, and I pray that you remember how much you are loved by God and what a plan he has for your life. God bless you today.